right, guys, we're at the end. So this is for draft 2, part 3. For those of us that chose not to use the AI, we're going to do our own outline. We just have one last thing to do, which we're going to answer 3 questions. And I'll show you where to find them and how to answer them as well. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Let's see. All right. So we see we're back on our assignment for draft 2. We've already done part 1. We've written our version of this draft, either some free writing, a doodle, or more essay looking style that hits all these points. We did part 2 for us that chose not to use the AI. We just created our own outline and we uploaded that. So we have our outline with no AI help, our first draft. And now we're going to go to the last part, where if we decided to opt out of the AI, we're going to create our own outline, and then we're going to answer these questions right here. And you can also find them down here. So what I like to do when I have questions to answer, I'm just going to copy paste them, and I'm going to go and I'm going to create a new document. I like to have my documents separate. We're just going to paste these questions in. And I like to separate them so that I can answer them individually. Now we're just going to go ahead and I'm going to answer them. So the first one is, how did you prioritize the different sections of the outline? I might have to go back to my outline to look at, to kind of refresh my mind about like, what was I doing? So how did I prioritize the different sections of my outline? Oh, shoot. Well, I chose to start with an intro that specifically begins with my own personal experience, then went on to my question. After that, I chose to start the body with my sources, then my interviews, then an analysis of it all. I did do some analysis of sources when I talked about them. Well, in the I do plan. I guess I haven't done it yet. I do plan. I do analysis when I talk about them the first time around. And my conclusion, I chose to end with a call to action, which is I plan to ask my audience to do something with the knowledge I bring at the end. So that's how I prioritize them. I think it's important to first discuss secondary sources because they are the already existing material or info, and I want to show my audience that I know what I'm talking about, that I've done some research before doing my interviews. I think it sets the stage for my own research. What changes did I make to the outline during the process? Let me go back and look at it really quickly. I know I did a lot of my in my mind changes near the end, I believe. Well, and also, I was thinking about No, I think I have my big changes right here when I was like, you know, I don't know what my sources will be about. So I think I was, yeah. So I started to write down what I wanted to talk about with my sources, but then realized I don't have that info yet. I might be projecting too early, so I went back and changed that to allow me room to actually discover something versus try to find something that I already put that might not work. So I guess I'm being I'm being more of a gatherer here. And then where are the areas of the outline you found more difficult than others? Let me go back and look at it, kind of refresh my mind. You know, I think the harder part of the outline for me is always like the analysis part. Like I don't really know like the best. I feel like this is like maybe too like obvious, or maybe there's like more specific ways or more specific things to look for. I wonder if I should be looking for something more than just making comparisons. So I'm going to go ahead and write that. The analysis part that I want to create feels kind of not good enough. It's mostly me making connections, but I don't really know if there's more I need to be looking for when I analyze my interviews. Like, should I look for similarities in their answers, a specific theme? I don't know. So there we go. I answered my questions. So now I'm just going to save this. Save as. I'm going to save. I'm going to go find my little folder where I save all my work. And there it is. I'm going to call this draft 2 part 3 with no AI help, because this one I did all on my own. So these are my thoughts. All right, so I'm going to save it. And oh, I'm almost done. I'm going to head over here to my assignment. So we are in the draft 2, the starting draft plus the outline. And now I've already attached my part 1. That was my essay in my own words, hitting all those points. Attach part 2, the outline I created on my own. And now I'm going to attach my answers to those questions. So I'm just going to go here, browse local files. Part 3 with no AI help. Click OK. And that's it. Now all I gotta do is hit submit. When you do hit submit, everything will load up. Make sure you check what you submitted. A lot of students will like just submit stuff and walk away. Don't do that. You're always responsible for what you submit. So if something messed up or you upload the wrong thing, it'll count against you because it's not the full assignment. So I hope that this was helpful. If you have any questions, you guys can feel free to email me or text me. I am going to make a couple more videos about how to find sources, and also just a reminder about what to do in case you find yourself in a panic over the idea that maybe you can't find sources that answer your question and you might want to change your question. I'll help you with that as well. So I'll make a video about that in a bit. So guys, thank you for watching. Hope that this was helpful. And if you do have questions, hit me up.